So first off, I want to thank everybody, like I said again, for getting on this Tuesday afternoon. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Robert Hollis Jr. And before being involved with this industry, believe it or not, I was just a high school dropout. I dropped out of high school my freshman year to try to become a professional skater. And after years of broken bones and broken bank accounts, I had to find something else to do to replace the little income that I was making. And my mentor told me at a very young age is that your mind is like a parachute. It only works unless it's open. So that's all I ask for everybody looking at this information is just to look at it with an open mind, because I know when I saw this a little over, 4.5 years ago, not only did it blow my mind, but it changed my life forever. And the first thing that I want to share with you guys before we get started is just a couple success principles and ideas that I promise you, regardless if you decide to work with us here or not, if you implement and use these, it's going to make you more successful and stronger in anything you do. And, now that I'm doing it from home and just doing this freestyle, I'm going to go through this very quickly. Sometimes we do, long meetings to really drive the point home. But what we do is just so very, very simple. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is a book called Science of Getting Rich. Let's see if I can write it down here. If everybody can write down this website or maybe type it in the chat for me. It's called GanoLife Book, GanoLife BOOK, GanoLifebook.com. If you go to that website, you can actually download the ebook and the audios for free. I promise you guys, if all you get out of watching this presentation is to download or listen to that book, or listen to the audio or read that book, your time this afternoon will be worth it, okay? And one of the first things that it talks about in the book, Science of Getting Rich, is the 3% versus the 97%. And basically what this represents is that 3% of the population controls the other 97%. They own 97% of the money. They employ the other 97% of people. So it's very simple in the book. It says, it's very simple to become successful. Just find out what the rich are doing, do what they do, and you can have what they have. It's that simple. But what does traditional thinking teach us? It can't be that simple. There's some magic, some secrets here. So basically there's 3 principles in this book that they say that you need to understand and utilize to ever get in the top 3%. They're OPI, OPE, and OPM. Okay, the first one, OPI, other people's ideas. Now, I always joke around and say this is my favorite principle. Why? I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out my freshman year. I'm also very dyslexic. I have a very hard time reading. And in 1910, when this book was written, they talked very proper. What do I mean by proper? Big words I don't understand. So I was personally listening to the audios because I was, very, very difficult for me to even read this book. So I'm already kind of feeling stupid. And the first principle that it talks about is OPI, is that it says you don't have to be smart to become rich. It's why it's my favorite principle. I was going, oh my gosh, I might have a chance to be successful here. But what OPI really stands for is other people's ideas. Okay? Henry Ford didn't invent the automobile. Mercedes-Benz did. Apple sure as heck didn't invent the cell phone. They didn't invent the MP3 player, and they didn't invent the tablet, but they're kicking everybody's butt. And the last one I love using is Starbucks. Starbucks didn't invent coffee. They didn't invent the caramel macchiatos or whatever they call it. I say what they invented is they call their smalls talls, so they can charge you $5 for a small cup of coffee, right? So OPI, other people's ideas. You don't have to be smart. The second principle is OPE, other people's efforts. Now, what we like to call is leverage, okay? J. Paul Getty said it the best, is I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than do 100% of the work myself. And in theory, when doing that, you never see a CEO flipping hamburgers. You never see a vice president cleaning toilets. They need help. So when you really draw this out, and it's funny, people say, is this a pyramid thing? Isn't everything? You got the CEO up here that starts a business. Then he gets vice presidents, national managers, regional, local managers. And what do you have down here? I know my face is kind of covering up, but I'll replace them. It's just a bunch of people looking up, going, wishing I could be at the top, right? So You have to employ the efforts of other people to ever become successful. It's just a law in the science of getting rich. And that if you ever want to get in the top 3%, you need to figure out how to employ the others. Now, what do we, not employ, but help other people around you? That's one of my favorite principles in science of getting rich. It says that when you focus on helping people, in return, you have success. So, what are we traditionally taught? Is anybody watching this live stream taught how to become successful? You go to school, you get good grades. Then you get a good job, and now all you got to work is 40 hours a week for 40 years, and you're financially done, right? Like it showed, start at those employees while you're looking up, and work your way up the corporate ladder. Now, would you guys agree that business model doesn't quite work like it used to? Does anybody know anybody that did everything right? They got a great education. They got, a great degree. Then they got a great job. And the company went out of business, or they went through layoffs, or they keep passing people up for reviews because it seems like everybody at the top either had the same last name or buddies from college. So unless you know the right people, it seems like it's almost impossible to ever get in the top 3% trying to do a traditional business. Now, what it says in Science of Getting Rich is very simple. Why not just start at the top? Why not just become part of the 3% and start at the top? So our company is very non-traditional, but I want to give you guys an interesting joke here, okay? Has anybody ever watched the movie or watched the TV show MTV Cribs? Right, we've all watched MTV Cribs. Now, what does everybody on that TV show have in common? Oh, they got good cars, nice homes, jewelry, money. If you really look at the common denominator, because I always laugh because, maybe you have a rapper on there that's got a lot of jewelry and a bunch of expensive cars, but a small home. Or a football player that bought a huge giant home and spent millions and millions of dollars, but now can't afford to have any nice cars, right? But if you really want to think about what every one of them have in common, is not one of them has a 9-to-5 job. They all their own boss, okay? So I hope that point is driving home for everybody. And I know I'm going very quickly, but I'm sure people understand that. Duh, Robert, you don't have to drill a point home to me that I'm never going to be rich if I always work for somebody else, okay? So you have to have somebody else's idea and the efforts of other people. You just alone at the top, you'll never become successful. And that's why I love that principle. Focus on helping people, in return you have success. Zig Ziglar says it the best. If you help enough people get what they want in life, in return you can have anything your heart desires, okay? So the next thing I want to show you is this is what we just call as traditional business, okay? And everything goes through this whether you knew it or not. People might not have a marketing degree, but everybody's heard of middleman profit, right? So I don't know if you can see my clicker here, but they say 40% of research and development to create a product is at the manufacturer. But what happens? Has everybody ever heard of you can go right to China and go to the manufacturer and get a pair of Jordans for $20? But what happens? It goes from the manufacturer to the national distributor, to the regional distributor, to the local distributor, to the retail store, and then the customer. So a pair of Jordans might cost $20 at the manufacturer, but how much do they cost in Foot Locker? Right? 150, 200, sometimes even more. And everything goes through this, ladies and gentlemen, whether you knew it or not. The big example I always love is what if you just cut out a couple of these middlemen? I don't know if you can really see my cursor on the screen, but let's just say you cut out the local distributor and you cut out the retail distributor right here, right? Regional distributor. Now, has anybody ever heard of Costco? Right? Now, you ever bought something and right on the packaging it says not for individual sale? And you returned it, right? Nobody does. That was never on anything till Costco was invented. Why? All they did was cut out a couple of the middlemen. Now, as long as you're a member with Costco, you can go right down there and buy a giant pack of Snickers bars. One of those giant boxes. Probably costs you 25 cents a piece. Open the box, sell it in a vending machine or liquor store. How much does a Snickers bar cost now? Right? $1, $1.50. I was in Office Max the other day, and they were $1.75 for a small Snickers bar you can get for 25 cents in Costco. So just by cutting out a couple of the middlemen, there's people making profit, okay? So how do we make this even better? Why don't we just cut out all the middlemen? Go straight from the manufacturer, bring the product straight to the customer, and put all that middleman profit in our pockets. How many people think that's a pretty cool idea? Right? Do you think it might work in this kind of economy? Yeah. Believe it or not, my father's created over 44 millionaires in this profession. So I don't care if you don't think this is going to work or not. Too late. Okay? So very simply, the only difference though, the way that this has to work is you have to have a solid product at the right time. Timing is everything. Wouldn't you guys agree with me? Sorry, I'm looking at the screen here trying to get to the right slide. So I'll give you guys an example as if you could be at the right place at the right time, first to market, first to wave with any product. That's where millionaires and billionaires are created, okay? Now, I love using this statement for people that don't understand how well our company's doing right now. We officially opened our doors March 23rd. In the month of May, we did 2.1 million in sales. In June, we did almost 4 million, and I heard in July we almost did 7. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know any company that's growing as fast as we are, or, there's probably some out there, but imagine people that are doing $7 million a month in sales, almost doubling every month, and we haven't even slowed down to put a logo on our office door yet, okay? So, when I said timing is everything, that what if you were at the wrong place at the wrong time? What if we said that, listen, what we're doing here at GanoLife is we're marketing DVDs, Blu-rays. Okay, I want you guys to think about this, because if you look at the trends that are happening, that, first, when I was a young kid, we had cassette tapes. Very non-existent. Went to CDs. How many people, honestly, when's the last time you bought a CD? Why? Because everybody's got MP3 players. Tower Records said they're shutting down every Tower Records nationwide other than one, the one in Long Beach, because it's a landmark. I don't care if you want to fight it or not. There's some people that just say they love their DVDs. DVDs is following the same suit, ladies and gentlemen. So that's being having a good product just at the wrong time, okay? So what do we do here at GanoLife? Now, I get very passionate about this, and you'll see me, how would I say this, fudge or alter my words a little bit. Why? Because I can't legally tell you what our product does for your body. You guys have to realize we're in the wellness industry, not the sickness industry. What does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, did you realize that North America consumes 90% of the world's narcotic pharmaceutical drugs? How many people think that is a sad, sad statement? What is it? Over 270 people die every day because of pharmaceutical drugs. So why is this my favorite part of the presentation? I just get so excited talking about it because we're on a new forefront, a new momentum that's happening here in America. And B, we're helping hundreds of thousands of people and soon to be millions of people with our amazing products, okay? So you'll hear me go off on a little bit of tangents here, but it's just because I believe so much in what we're doing. So obviously the name of our company is GanoLife, and why are we going to be the next billion-dollar industry, okay? Well, very simply, what we're doing here is combining a few mega trends. One is coffee. People don't realize that coffee is the second largest consumed beverage in the world behind water, the second largest traded commodity behind oil. For 89% of Americans, ladies and gentlemen, it is an addiction. It's the largest legal addiction in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And we're also in the wellness industry. Everybody nowadays is trying to, look younger, feel better, live longer. Everybody's into the organic kick now, taking care of themselves. So those are two giant mega trends. Another mega trend that we're in is enriched. We're enriching products. So if we could take in the wellness industry and healthy supplements and put them in habit-forming products that people remember to take every day, how many people think that is a genius idea? Genius, right? And what are we enriching it with? Ganoderma. Ganoderma, you can see here the red giant sign, and I want everybody to write this name down. Ganoderma. Ganoderma. Why do I want you to write that down? Because I want you to do your own research. there's a website out there. If maybe somebody can type it in the caption for me. It's called pubmed.gov. PubMed.gov. Okay, .gov meaning a governmental website. So now with technology, all the medical library is now online. You can go in there and type in anything from aloe vera to aspirin to Vicodin. It's going to tell you what it does for your body. Ladies and gentlemen, you go there and type in Ganoderma. You do not have enough time in the next month, 2 months, to do all the research on what this amazing product does for your body, okay? I want you to go there and do your own research because, like I said, this is being recorded. I don't know who's watching. I can't even legally tell you some of the stuff it does for your body, but what can I say? Now, I'm going to read off this because, like I said, I'm a high school dropout. I don't know what half of this stuff even means. But it, boosts your immune system. It oxygenates the body. It boosts your energy. It provides over 200 phytonutrients and over 150 antioxidants. Blood circulation, cellular rejuvenation. That alone, cellular rejuvenation. How many people would like to look younger? That all that means is that your cells are producing faster, so you can look younger, feel better. Detoxify the bodies, perform, restful sleep, whatever. Okay, but just that one statement. I think it's on the next page here, so I'll keep going. It's an adaptogen. It's got whatever, triterpenoids and whatever, the polysaccharides or whatever, right? Okay, so a lot of this stuff might be going over people's heads right now. You're going, what is all this stuff, right? Well, I'll give you 2 examples just to put in layman's terms, because if you read any of those words, if you're anything like me, A, you have trouble pronouncing them, and B, you don't even know what they mean in the first place, okay? Well, when I said it's got over 120 or 150 antioxidants and over 300 phytonutrients, what does that mean? You guys realize that drinking 1 cup of our coffee is the equivalent of drinking 3 gallons of orange juice. I mean, that stat alone, you should be smart enough to go, hey, wait a second, maybe I should be taking this product, right? It's also, sorry, I'm getting a little lost here. Because what does mom always say? When you're sick, drink orange juice. Well, you think if you were getting the same antioxidants and phytonutrients as 3 gallons every single morning, you'd be a little bit more healthy? Is what I like to call as the duh factor, right? Now, when I said it's an adaptogen, basically an adaptogen, anything it gets around it tries to neutralize or fix. So I'll give you one example. Coffee. Coffee is normally very acidic. Gives people heartburn, upset stomach, indigestion, leaves that chalky, bitter taste in your mouth. When we put Ganoderma in coffee, it actually tries to adjust the pH balance to make it alkaline. So if we can say that it boosts your immune system, it fights free radicals, anything it gets around it tries to neutralize and fix, come on, guys. Duh. That's why I said it's, sorry, I'm a little off on this presentation. It's not the one I normally do, but I hope you guys just can understand. I mean, I want you to do your own research. I always joke around. I say that being ignorant isn't a bad word. Being ignorant basically means you don't know that you don't know. Okay? Grandpa told dad, dad told you, you don't know any better, you're ignorant. Once you're educated on what you do and think is wrong, you go from being ignorant to stupid very quickly. So how many people would agree that you were probably ignorant about Ganoderma before watching this presentation? Great, I just educated you. No, some people get that on the way home, okay? Anyways, so I know what some people are saying. Listen, Robert, I don't drink coffee. Fine enough, but here's all the different flavors. We got black coffee for people that just like it straight up. Mocha, which is an amazing, has a gourmet chocolate in the coffee. And then we have latte. We call this the cut, pour, and go. Then we have our cappuccinos. We have the hazelnut, vanilla, caramel. These taste as better, if not better, than $5. I mean, Starbucks, right? Okay. You don't drink coffee. We're coming out with a red rooibos tea. Helps you calm out, relax. We also have hot chocolate, which is amazing for kids. And you can see at the bottom here is all of our supplements. Ganoderma in its pure raw form. Cordyceps, that is just, boost your energy, gives you stamina, performance, and immune life, which just blows out your immune system. Just helps you become massively healthy. Your immune system massively strong. Sorry. We also have a green coffee bean extract that helps people lose weight. And we're coming out with toothpaste, soaps, and lotions. So, bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, there's a product for everybody, okay? So, how do we make money here? Okay, let me see if this works. I'm going to pull up another thing. So with everything that I said, would you guys all agree that you should probably be taking this product? I mean, if you drink coffee, tea, hot chocolate anyways, and we can give you this all those antioxidants and nutrients in your body, why would you not want to take it, right? So all we say here at GanoLife is as long as you buy over $63 worth of product for your first initial order, we let you in the company for free. And that's amazing to me. Why? You know, guess what? Even Costco wants, you know, $100 up front before you can even buy their products at wholesale. Am I right? Okay. So once you've done that, now you've now started your own business. And do you think you could go out and find two people that needed to make extra money, drank coffee, or could be more healthy? If your answer is no to finding two, guess what? This is a day of technology, or a time of technology, ladies and gentlemen. Start a Facebook account. If you don't know two people that drink coffee or need more money, it's probably because you got one friend, and you probably should start a Facebook, okay? I always joke around. I'm not trying to be mean with that, but come on, everybody knows two. And let's say we gave you a week to find two, okay? And we gave them a week. In this example, if two that got two went down, that would be means that if we gave you a whole week, that in 6 weeks you'd be making $476 a month in residual income. Now that's the last principle in Science of Getting Rich that I didn't talk about yet. OPM, it stands for other people's money, or what we also like to call is residual income. Okay, residual income is doing something once that you get paid for over and over and over again. You know, just like actors and actresses. You know, Jennifer Aniston made $12 million last year from the reruns of Friends. Michael Jackson, just like Elvis Presley, will make more money in his death than he ever did alive. Why? Because he recorded a song back in the 80s and somebody is still using listening to the music, okay? So, you know, I know $460 a month might not be a lot of money, but what if it came in every single month, whether you worked or not? I'll give you guys an example. Let's say that everything that I just said about the product, throw it all out the window, right? If all this product did was made you feel good and give you more energy, would you ever stop taking it? Be careful, that's another duh question for everybody watching. Duh, right? Of course you would. So you guys got to realize that I've done a presentation just like this over 4.5 years ago. And somebody was open-minded enough to start taking our products. Every morning they woke up. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Every morning they woke up and took a sip of coffee. Guess what? I got paid. So I know $500 a month might not be a lot of money, but what if it came in every single month, whether you worked or not? How many people think that's absolutely amazing, okay? Now, I know what some people are saying. $500 a month, hey man, that's cool, but that's not paying the bills, okay? So what if we just continued this? Two that got two that got two. And I'm not even going to give you a week to find your two people. Let's say it took you a whole month. A whole month to find two people, and the next month it found them a whole month. And let's say we duplicated this down to your 12th level. What does that mean? You've been here for a year. Well, as you can see on the screen, now you'd be making $38,700 a month in residual income, coming in month after month after year after year. How many people are skeptical? I used to be skeptical. I still am skeptical. How many people are looking at $38,700 a month and going, you gotta be kidding me. Man, I've never even made 40 grand a month. A year. You're saying I can make that a month? This is a little out of control, right? Do you think it's possible? My father, believe it or not, made over $82,000 for the month last year. So is it possible? Absolutely. Does it always work like this? No. Some people get in, do absolutely nothing, and never become successful. Some people get in and take this very serious, ladies and gentlemen, like my father. Or, I have a lot of people that are watching this, like Jonathan Puga online, and, I saw Marco on there. We have a young kid named Danny working out of this office. That slide 2 that get 2 that got 2, he accomplished that within his first month, ladies and gentlemen. So there's absolute amazing money that can be made here, okay? So, with everything that I said, how many people are skeptical? Okay? Has anybody ever heard anything negative about these types of companies? Network marketing, pyramid companies, whatever it is. Okay? I'm here to tell you that everything you heard was true. Why? Science has proven you only retain 10% of what you hear for the first time. Only 10%. So I always love bringing this example up in meetings. Has anybody watching this ever watched the movie Avatar? Okay, great. I want you to explain it to me. And I love doing this in live meetings because when I say, has anybody in this room watched Avatar? I usually pick the guy or male or female that excited when I've seen that movie. I love it. You love the movie? Great. Explain it to me. Well, it's these blue people on this other planet called Pandora. What, like the music station? No, not like that. Anyways, and they have this chemical there. I forget what it's called, but they're trying to protect the mother tree. And I'm like, well, it's blue people on a planet called Pandora trying to protect a tree? How long is this movie? Well, it's 3 hours. That sounds stupid. You wasted 3 hours of your life watching blue people run around? God, you're crazy. Now, did you guys understand that, though? Even though we all know Avatar is a great movie, that if you only get 10% of it, you fail, okay? So let's just say that you got 100% of the information out of this presentation. I told everybody I was going quick. I can't believe I want this to be down a half hour. That this company isn't that complicated. And let's just say I knew 100%. Do I? No. And let's say you're a genius, absolute genius, and you can pick up 50%. I drew this out really quickly so you guys can see. Hopefully it doesn't look too ghetto on my screen here. So if I know 100%, okay, oops, and you pick up 50, that means what? You know 50%. You tell somebody, that tells somebody, that tells somebody, that tells somebody. And this person all the way down here only knows 3% of what it takes to become successful. So I always love doing this. I draw the line right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here. This person on that 25th level is somebody you know. Somebody you know that needs to make extra money, that really needs this product. That if we can get it in their hands, it will change their life forever. But if you go try to explain what you just saw right now, even if you were a genius and they were a genius, and they only got 25%, do you think if you got 25% of anything that you'd become successful? No. That's what separates the 3% from the 97%. That's how rumors start. That's how negativity starts. Incorrect information. It's you go try and explain to people what you just saw. Now, what do you think's a better idea? If I continue to explain to you what Avatar is to convince you it's a good movie? Or have you sit down and have you watch the movie yourself? Yes, me too. So how do we fix this? We've got these live streams. We're having another one today at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. We're having another one on Thursday at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. Then we're having another one on Saturday from 10:30 to 11:30. After that, we followed up from a training from 1 to 4 where a multi-millionaire, ladies and gentlemen, a multi-millionaire teaches you word for word, step by step on what it takes to become successful. So instead of you having to explain all the information, plug them into a system that works, ladies and gentlemen, so they can learn directly from the source and be trained directly from the source. My favorite statement is I always say, if you put the meat in the seats, I'll put the green in your jeans. Or as I say, you put the eyeballs on the screen, I'll put the meat in your jeans. Just bring them back. This presentation is going to be recorded. If you didn't like this one, we got others on there that by James Boss I Quit Wiggins, by my father, by Mikkel, by the CEO of the company, ladies and gentlemen. Would you rather have a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company explain to you or explain to your friends how to make money, or you do it? It's that Simple, ladies and gentlemen. So there's only 3 groups of people watching this presentations. They're 1, 2s, or 3s. 1s are going, listen, not for me. Being wealthy and healthy is just not up my alley. Okay, but I understand timing is everything, all right? But at least maybe try the product out. You know, buy a box of coffee off the person that referred you to this. 2s are saying, listen, I am super, super interested, but I got some questions. And I understand. We're here to answer all your questions. Get back to the person that referred you to this. You can go to GanoLifeSupport.com. You can go to GanoOverview.com. And we've got testimonials. We've got comp plan breakdowns. Everything you need to know to make an educated decision. And 3s are going, listen, done. You're taking the best nutrition on the planet, put it in habit-forming products so people remember to take it every day, and you're going to pay me to tell people about this? Dude, Robert, you could have shut up a long time ago. I'm in. I'm ready to make some money. So thank you guys so much for your support. I know I said I'd go very quickly, but hey, we don't need to complicate this, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best nutrition on the planet. I'll say it again. In habit-forming products, we put them together, you share them with others, and we pay you to share. If you want to hear some fast start training right now to show you how to become massively successful with GanoLife, you only need to do 3 things. 3. 1, use the product. You got to be a raving fan of the product, ladies and gentlemen. You have to. 2, share the product with other people. If anybody watching this right now tried our product, you probably already, it's only been a half hour, you probably already feel a little bit better. You probably feel more awake, more alert. The product sells itself, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is share it with people. And 3 is get people in front of an effective presentation. Either on GanoVision.com where they can watch it live, a pre-recording, a home meeting at your home where you can invite everybody over, play our videos, or find out where your leaders are doing the local meetings. If you can do those 3 simple things, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be more successful than you could ever dream, and we're going to help hundreds and thousands of people with their lives with our amazing products. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Hollis Jr. signing off. Maybe if everybody can hit me up later on my Facebook, give me feedback if you like this new quick version of the presentation. But I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed night. Once again, tonight at 7:30, Mikel Pradier will be doing another complete overview that you can watch as well. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful and blessed night. Signing off, Robert Hollis Jr. God bless.